Do you think you will get married with a Mexican girl, or
I don't
it
know.
doesn't?
I don't know. I'll say if you go to Mexico, don't take your nice watches. You're not first grade. I had to repeat first grade twice. And when you come to the United States and nobody knows you in Vegas, without relationships, without connections, it's like, okay, what am I gonna do?
All the Mexicans, I'll wait for
Leave
your
a
comments.
comment. Yeah,
Yes,
leave in the
let me
comments
know
on
if
YouTube.
Suriel is saying the truth. You know, it was so hard to find a Mexican person who was not born in here.
Oh wow.
Like first generation.
Yeah.
All the people I know from Mexico, they were born here. So
Yeah. No, I was actually born in Mexico.
I see.
Yeah.
What city?
Mexico City.
Mexico City. Okay,
Yeah, it was
perfect.
like way. Long time ago.
Can you share your story? How you moved? When you moved? Like.
Oh yeah, definitely. So my name's Suriel. I was born in Mexico City, in San Angel. That's a place called in San Angel. It's called San Angel. I came to United States when I was 3. When I was 3, literally, they brought me directly to Las Vegas. But I remember we crossed first the border. Like we came through San Diego, but then I think we flew from San Diego. Then we came directly to Las Vegas. That's what I remember the story back then. And my mom says that we're coming to Las Vegas directly, and my dad used to be in Dallas. So my dad came first to United States first before us, and then my dad told us, "Oh, can you meet me in Las Vegas?"
Okay.
So all my uncles, all my cousins, we came to Las Vegas directly. All of us came here, and I grew up in Vegas all my entire life
I see.
since I was 3. So
Okay.
without English.
So you're local.
Yeah, local. Yeah, local.
Got it.
Yeah.
Do you remember your life in Mexico or no?
No,
Not really.
nothing.
I see.
They just told me the stories, but I still remember some of the stories. Yeah.
Okay. What'd they
Yeah.
say? How was it?
I mean, the weather, the food. Especially each December, each November. There's so much, the family gathering. It's a very cultured thing. When all Hispanic people gather together, they make the best parties, right?
Of course.
Even the December for Christmas, they do like 5 days, 6 days of partying. Like they go hardcore in Christmas. They extend like 2 days, 3 days. Usually we're used to 24 and 25 right here in the United States.
Yeah.
But here in Mexico, they do like 6 days, 7 days. Like
So it's starting 24th.
Yeah.
And then 6 days.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's what they do in Mexico, but not here in the United States.
Yeah,
so.
of course.
Yeah, not here in the United States.
What your parents say? Do they miss Mexico or they okay here?
I think not really, but we do have family in Mexico, and I do have cousins in Mexico.
So you still go there?
No, but I talk to them through Zoom or social media, and then they see me on social media and stuff like that. But yeah, all my family, they're on Mexico. Most of my family, they're doctors in Mexico. So or the teachers. One of my uncles, he owns a school there. So he's they're teaching them 3 languages because there's several languages in Mexico.
Yeah.
It's not just Spanish or English. They have other languages that they talk. It's a very native Spanish kind of way. I don't know how to talk it. I mean, I know how to talk it out, but I don't know how to explain it. It's a different language, but it's the way people introduce themselves in that kind of way and stuff like that.
But if you speak Spanish, can you understand other languages or no?
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah,
You can, okay.
yeah, I can understand Brazilian and Portuguese.
Nice.
I got friends who are Portuguese or Brazilian, stuff like that,
Okay,
or
got
from
it.
different countries, South America and stuff like that.
But still, it's kind of similar, right?
Yeah, very similar, Yeah, but I mean, growing up here in the United States, I did not know English. I literally did not know English when I came to the United States. I remember, I think I've said in all my videos, and people that have been following me on social media know, when I first came to, I grew up in the United States, but also there was a point that I didn't I had to repeat first grade the first time. I repeated first grade twice because I didn't know English back then.
I see.
And so I struggled at the beginning, talking English, and then there's a point I dominated English, and then I forgot Spanish. So I think when I started speaking 2 languages at the same time, my brain is like, oh, I just don't want to speak English. Then I lost the Spanish, and I had to go back to Spanish. Now I had to. The reason I don't lose both of them because for me it's important to maintain both of them, and plus I work with both markets
I see.
too. So
So you need it.
Yeah, I need it.
But you
Yeah.
said it took you like 3 years to start
Yeah.
speaking English.
It took like 3 to 5 years. I really don't know how I started to get it. I remember when I first started getting the hang of English back then. I was literally just like trying to help my parents translate it, and I was a horrible translator. And now that I've been helping friends that came from Mexico this year or last year, I'll be like the translator. So usually it's been like that too. So
Okay. So
yeah.
your parents didn't speak English either.
No,
So.
no, my dad didn't either. My dad like now he speaks good English, and my mom too. But none of us like when we came here. Like even when I came here, I didn't speak English. Nothing.
So how was it? No one speaks English.
Yeah.
You're in another country. You
Yeah.
need to do everything.
Yeah.
So did someone help you, or how was it?
I think I did throughout the time. I did. We had asked people for help at the beginning. It was super hard back then because when you come to the United States and nobody knows you in Vegas, with our relationships, with our connections, it's like, okay, what am I gonna do? So throughout the time, I remember we used to ask for help from my cousins because one of my cousins started to get the hang of English first, and then some of them were born here, so like they used to help us out. I remember like they used to come to the house, like help us do some homework with me, or my cousins used to help me do some homework. And then like my dad, I remember he hired a teacher back then for English classes, so I used to go with him to the English classes back then. Just like I told my dad, oh, let me get the hang of it, just so I could be with you. And so my dad started to do that, and my dad invested in courses of English throughout the time I saw him, because my dad always believes in investing in yourself to grow as a person. So he started to do that. Then throughout the time, that's how
You got it.
throughout the time I started just being around. I think I just started listening to music in English, in movies, like being around people in English. Even though in school there was people that spoke Spanish.
Yes, of course.
Uh,
Did they help you, or
Yeah, a
they're
little
like, no?
bit. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I was like, guys, can you guys help me do my homework? So it's like I don't know, I understand this. So,
Yeah.
then I had extra help too by other teachers too back then. So most of my teachers like, oh yeah, like at the beginning they didn't think I was gonna graduate, but I did graduate. But it's part of growing up. Part of failing. I think in life, if you don't fail and stuff, you don't grow as a person.
Yes, of course.
So it's part of like I understand. Maybe at the beginning I didn't many years ago, but throughout the time I did start to understand it.
Got it.
Yeah.
But did you stress a lot while learning, or you were like,
I
taking
think
it
I
easy?
did. No, I think I was stressed. I think I stressed because I didn't even know how to talk to people back then. I used to struggle to even get on phone calls with people or even help my dad. Throughout the time, my dad is like, "Oh, can you help me?" And I used to try to translate, and it was like horrible translation. So it was just like Spanglish translation.
Yeah.
But it was like very horrible translation throughout the time. And then I told my dad, "Oh yeah, let me help you out." And then I started to get the hang of English. And then I think after middle school, like after 4th and 5th grade, I just started speaking out of nowhere. Like I think for 3rd, 4th, and 5th, I just started to speak out of nowhere. And then I just started to dominate English. And then after that, I don't know how it just happened.
I see.
And then now that I've gotten to meet people from Mexico that come for here, that I got to meet throughout last year, this year, like I help them out. Like if someone like I wish would have gotten help at the beginning.
Yeah.
So now the friends that I've been meeting throughout the time, like come from Mexico, we've done business together. Like I help them out, like because I remember when I came here to America.
Some people
yeah.
don't do that. Some
Yeah.
people, when they
Yeah.
had to go through like all this,
Yeah.
when it comes to them to help, they're
Yeah.
like, no, no one helped me. I'm not gonna help you.
No, yeah.
So.
No, I helped one of my friends. Now she moved to San Francisco. But at the beginning, like when she came here, I met her in an event because I always been networking, right? So I went to an event and I met her. It's like, hey, where you from? I'm like, I'm from Mexico City. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. I'm too from Mexico City. So she's been like in tech person. She's a tech business and tech person in tech business. So I told her, yeah, like, I'm like, she had no idea how to speak English. And then I told her, oh, let me help you out. Let me help you get to different connections. Let me get you different places I could get you. So I got her contract with some stuff. And then now she speaks good English. At the beginning, I used to help her in her Zoom calls. And then every single time I was like, oh, can you help me in a Zoom call because I need help translating? I was like, yeah, I'll help you out. So like I used to help, even though I was like in between my busy schedule, I still help her in between, do the calls, do like translate her. Just because I remember when I came here, like nobody helped me.
Yeah.
So like, and then that's what I did for her. And now she's in a different company. She moved out of Vegas now,
I see.
and now she's working for a very tech company in
Nice.
San Francisco. But I helped her out, and then now she's growing now. And I told her, wow, you learned English in 1 year.
Wow.
I was like, what took me so many years that you learned it in 1 year? It's like, I'm
We're
told
all
her,
different though.
yeah, we're all different.
But thank you.
Yeah.
You're so nice.
Yeah.
You help a person. Yeah, that's really great. We need more people like you, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I chose. I was like, I'm gonna do a course and do an offer about it. Just do an offer about like getting hearing and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Helping.
Yeah, helping people like that. Because we all start from the bottom.
Of course.
Just like in life, you want to get to success, you gotta help people get to the next level. And for me, able to do that for her, that was like the best thing, because it reminded me when I came here to the United States, not knowing English or nothing of that.
Right.
I just like, okay, I'll just figure it out. But when she came here, even though she came here when she was already older, like,
But still.
I was like, okay, I didn't came here when I was older. I came here as a kid.
Yeah.
But if I would have came here as a kid or older, I would have appreciated some help too.
Of course.
Because nobody helped me at the beginning.
Yeah.
I had to figure it out
Yeah, you
Yeah, I
have to do
did.
it on your own.
on my own.
Yeah, but now, I like here when people help each other.
Yeah.
We have, I don't know, probably it's bigger than but we have a small community here. Like we have Russian-speaking community, we have Georgian community. I didn't know about all that when I just moved, so I discovered it later when I was kind of okay. But I think at the beginning it helps a lot because you have so many questions, you don't know how things work.
Yeah.
And if you have someone who can basically explain what to do and where to go, it's a huge help. And also if someone can go with you and translate. And actually, I remember when I needed to get my driver's license, and it's not like California or New York where you can go and pass the test with your own language. So you have to do it in English.
Yeah.
I remember I was reading the book. I'm like, it's not like I don't know the rules. I just I'm not sure about my English level.
Yeah.
So I had to remember all the words. It's kind of hard, but I know people get translator.
I mean, now there's AI translating glasses now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's AI translating glasses. There's like stuff you could wear, like they're AI glasses like Meta like this, and they have AI translation.
I didn't know.
I mean, now back many years ago, there was nothing of that technology that we have right now. So now it's like AI translation through the glasses. Like you just put the glasses, it could translate any language.
Wow.
From English, Spanish, any language.
And it's allowed.
It's allowed, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So, I mean, many years ago, that was not like a thing.
Not an option, right?
Not an option now because the technology is growing rapidly with AI,
Yeah.
It's more easier to learn, like, I feel like other languages,
Yes.
Even using AI, using ChatGPT, using Gemini, using all of that, it's more easier.
Yeah, before we didn't have all that.
No, before we didn't have it. That was just old school version, going to schools. Now that all the information is on social media, on YouTube, on long form content, on short form content too. So, yeah.
Now it's easier. We were talking in my first 2 episodes about the AI and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because when we moved here, like I moved 6.5 years ago.
Yeah.
Not too long ago, but still we didn't have AI.
Yeah.
And it was not super hard, but it was harder than now to find information or where to go or what kind of paper you need to fill out or all that. But now it's easy. You just ask ChatGPT and it tells you what to do, where to go, the address, everything.
It's because we live in an information world too. And being the attention world is the new currency, But being authentic is the new currency in 2026. Even people like getting on camera. I remember like doing a podcast a couple of years ago was not as popular as right now.
Right.
And building a brand, building a personal brand was not as popular as back then. Even because like when I remember growing up, like I used to hear like just radio. Like I used to hear everything on the radio. Now everything's going more digital more than ever. Because we're in that era of like transition.
Right.
Through like so much stuff it's going on, like with the meta glasses translating. Even when I heard that, I showed up on my TikTok feeds. I was like, wow. I was like, wow, that's crazy. I was like, maybe I'll just get them just so I could go to any country and just learn the different languages. Like it's cool. I think so easier to learn other languages. I was like, I wish that was more easier back then, but now that I'm getting older and now everything's like, I was like, wow, it's getting so much easier, in the information world that we live in.
Yes.
So
it is easier, but at the same time,
yeah,
it's not like I'm against the technology, but
Yeah.
I feel like we lose how you say, like
the human touch.
Yes, and I feel like maybe in 15 or 20 years, we will look for services that human can provide.
Yeah.
And it will be so rare because everything will be replaced, and we will still need human,
Yeah, I mean, I think the human touch is not going to go away.
I think it might for...
I mean, I don't think so as
You
much.
think?
I don't think so because it's something you still can't replace. I mean, you can't replace a video, like, even though it's there's so many videos you through Sora that are fake reels and fake and real. You can't tell what's real or fake because I've been testing some stuff out and people think it's so real. Like, and they're like, damn, it actually looks real. I mean, so like, but people think it's real, but it's actually fake.
It's fake.
Yeah.
But still, see, it kind of replaced.
Yeah, but it's like, but it's still being but being authentic on social media, being authentic on camera, people still want that,
Yeah.
Yeah, people still want that.
And also, I know, like, now people talk to ChatGPT as they take it as a therapist or, coach. But I feel like maybe for now, they will be using it, but years later, they will still go back to the traditional way.
Yeah.
Because you still need that human touch.
Yeah, I still need a human touch.
I was thinking, is it hard for Mexican people to adapt here?
I think so, yeah. At the beginning, because in Mexico, I don't know how things go right there. But, I mean, of course, the culture from Mexico, like, even though you come here to America, you still have the culture. My parents still have the culture. Like, as a Mexican families, like, what they do is, like, eat together at the same table. And there's a point, most cultures, like, are like, okay, once your son's 18, you got to kick him out, right? The Mexican culture is like, okay, stay with us until you're making good enough money.
You feel comfortable.
Until you're making good money, you could be independent. And then you just, you could literally just stay by yourself.
Yeah.
That's how most cultures are. For Mexican culture, but the Mexican culture is very family oriented. So, like, they could be friends from anyone, and they invite you to parties, they invite you to the December where there's, like, so much, like, tamales. That's a very popular thing. And December, like, or gatherings like that, where people just gather and all of that. And, all the gatherings, like, 15s are very popular in Mexico, and also here in America now. 15s, like, quinceañeras, 15s are very popular. Can
you explain what it is? So
it's like when your daughter grows up, she becomes 15, you throw a big party. People waste thousands of dollars to give her the best thing.
Okay. Whatever she wants?
Yeah, like with the limo, with the cars, with the people dancing, It's a 15, when you
just
go,
15.
Yeah,
not
just
16,
15.
Not 14.
No,
Okay.
not sweet 16. Nah, sweet 17, sweet, like 15. There's just like the sweet 16, but the 15s. 15 is a very popular thing. Parents, Mexican parents, like, I seen, like, invest so much money, throw so much money to throw the biggest party. And even though the daughter's super stressed, because, I seen that, because me being a photographer, a videographer, I got hired to do that one time, just test it out. Right? It's not my niche, but I went to go do it, and just, like, you see how the people, like, waste so much money, and, like, of course, it's for the best for the daughter.
Yeah.
And, parents, like, save their savings to make the biggest party for their daughter. And it's a very special thing, because they give her a big bear or a big daughter, like a big doll. So that's what they do. It's just a tradition type of way with so much stuff that it's included.
Oh, nice.
All the Mexican food and tacos,
Oh, that's cute.
So that's like a 15 thing. And then, like, of course, weddings, like, are very crazy.
But do you guys do something for boys or just for girls only?
No, I don't think there's nothing for boys or men
Really?
yet. No, it's I
That's
don't.
not fair.
No, it's not. No, that's not. I mean, my sister had her 15, but it was not as crazy. She wanted very simple. My sister really like when we did her 15 many years ago when she was 15. Like we did her something very simple because she wanted simple. She's like, I don't want something fancy or bougie like other stuff people do.
Yeah.
Because she wanted very simple.
I
She's like, I don't want you guys to waste so much money. So, but like, even though like there's other people that like get limos, like, get other stuff, like buy the biggest like venues to rent, and invite all entire like
The town.
all the entire family, and plus more people that they know. It's a very traditional thing that people see that, and then when their daughters like they're like, oh my god, my daughter's about to be 15, they start preparing for that because.
Yeah.
Sometimes the daughters might like it, sometimes they don't. But it's a tradition thing. It's seen in Mexico,
I see.
but in Mexico too. But also here in America,
You take it with you.
I think they take it with you. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And I've heard that you guys don't use you don't ask any hosts to do your weddings. It's just you guys, right? Or no?
I think so. It depends. Depends.
Depends.
It depends. I think it depends. Sometimes their own people just to have their own hosts or waiters, or sometimes some of them hire in a company or it depends. It depends who
I
It
see.
depends. It's some people do, some people don't.
I see.
And, it depends who their money is. Like if they're willing to pay so much money for someone, they could do it. But it's something that's seen a lot. And then the Mexican music is very it's become one of the biggest thing. Especially in those Latin Grammys, the Mexican music has grown to like high level. Many years ago, I think it was not at that level like it is right now. For the new generation of singers that are coming, all the Mexican singers that come from Mexico or were Mexico, and now they're like big Latin singers at the Latin Grammys. Most of them are like, like one of the bands like Fuerza Regia is one of the biggest ones that are breaking records.
Say again.
Fuerza Regida.
I don't think I've heard it.
So it's a Latin band. They're like one of the top, like 5 instrumentals.
Is it like pop music or
it's
rap?
band like Mexican.
Mexican.
Like
Okay.
so they're one of the biggest like top 5 bands that have grown nationwide, influential in these years. They've grown so big.
Nice.
And because the Mexican music has grown at a whole different level, that everybody listens to Mexican music in different cultures, in different countries.
Right.
Not just in Mexico and the United States, but also like in Europe, or like South America. Everybody knows like the singers.
Yeah.
Like there's different singers that are rising up. They've been rising up in the Hispanic side, on the Latin side, that are just blowing up on their streams.
For sure.
I
know back in Russia, I used to listen a lot of Latin music.
Yeah.
Like a lot. It was like one of my favorite type of songs.
Yeah.
And I would listen a lot, and I still have it on my phone, my playlist. I always listen, even old songs.
But everybody says, Bad Bunny, Bad
Yeah.
Bunny, but Bad Bunny's from Puerto Rico, but he's Latin, but he's from Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is the United States.
Right.
But it's still, he has that Latin culture,
Yes, of course.
Like some of the singers got like the Latin culture, like Bad Bunny,
Yeah.
Raúl Alejandro, and many singers they're not Mexican, they're from different parts of Latin, because most people say, oh, when they see someone speak Spanish, everybody thinks he's Mexican.
Yeah.
There's different cultures,
That was my problem when I just moved here. I was thinking everyone who speaks Spanish is Mexican.
Yeah.
Now I know.
You got people from Puerto Rico, Guatemala, Salvador, Colombia, Brazil, Peru,
But Brazil, they speak Portuguese.
Yeah, Portuguese. Yeah. I understand the Portuguese, even though at the beginning it was very difficult, but I understand the Portuguese.
You understand?
Yeah, I understand it.
That's great.
Yeah, because I have friends who are Portuguese, and I was like, you guys, when I started hanging out with them, I'm like, what do you guys are saying? And now that at the time, I get them what they're saying. But at the beginning, I didn't get it.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, of course.
But it's cool. Yeah, I like it. And I feel like all the South America and all the Latin countries, they're kind of not the same. Of course, they're all different. But the base is the same, very happy, to dance, like to sing, like spend time with each other, like family oriented, and it's kind of the same with me. So I was born in Georgia country,
Yeah.
but I grew up in Russia.
Uh-huh.
And it's kind of like Mexico and America
Yeah.
because I'm more south. And when
Yeah.
I lived in Russia, I
Uh-huh.
was like foreign, and
Yeah.
they didn't take me as their own. And we have same not traditions, but
Mm-hmm.
same mind, I would say. We're like big weddings, big holidays.
Yeah.
We spend time with each other. We always like spend time with the family a lot. So family means a lot to us. For example, in Georgia, we don't have how you call the place where children without parents live.
Fosters.
Fosters.
Yeah,
We don't have fosters like at all.
Yeah.
If accident happens, other family members will take care of this kid. They will never put this kid in the foster.
Wow.
So it's like, yeah, we're all together. So there is no foster homes or something like that. So it means like we care about our kids and family,
Yeah.
of course. And kind of, I feel like the same with you guys. You have the same mentality a little bit.
Yeah, the Mexican culture is very like that. They adopt anyone, to the family, like some stranger that doesn't really know, just become part of the family.
Yeah.
And then just to get invited to all the family stuff, all the events, it's that that's being part of the Mexican culture is very caring, because it's it's a culture that the traditions are very like family oriented, spending time with parents and or your grandma in Mexico. It's like it's a very like tradition, because everybody has grown up with the grandma, in Mexico. They call it abuelita in Mexico, because my grandma's still alive, and I see her.
Nice.
But not everybody has a grandma, but everybody grows up hearing a grandma, growing up with the grandma in Mexico, and it's a very thing, because my dad didn't get to see his grandma because she died, but I've got to spend time with my grandma until she taught me. She taught me how to sell tamales,
Oh, wow.
at my young age. Yeah, we used to like sell the Mexican candy
Nice.
at my apartment. So when I started in the entrepreneur world, I literally
How old
started.
were you?
I was like, I don't know, 5 or 6.
Oh, wow.
So in
Pretty
my
early.
my community back then, the apartments I used to live at, we used to sell Mexican candy, and then I used to help my grandma sell the Mexican candy. That's how I started in the world of business. And throughout the time, I told my grandma, "Oh, let me help you sell the Mexican candy." So I used to go outside with my candy, and my friends were like, "Where did you buy it? Where did you get it?" I'm like, "Come to my house." So I used to start bringing the full line of people to my house, and then there was a 5 or 6, 7, 8 people coming to my house, and I just started getting out the word out back then when I was a kid, and we sold the Mexican candy. It was gone, like in a whole week, and then I used to like. And my grandma told her, let's bring new candy. So I started, I was the marketer, the advertiser, I was like everything back then when I was a little kid. So I used to sell the Mexican candy. And the Mexican candy goes so fast. I remember we sold it, and then in a week later, we had a competition.
Oh, wow.
And
With who?
well, another person just started doing the same
They
thing
started
too.
to do the same?
Yeah, because they're like, oh my God, you guys are selling this. So we started implementing Mexican ice cream or ice cream. Now we started doing other stuff. So throughout the time we just started to do that, and I was like, I don't know, where we just grew that part out, and then throughout the time I remember them we used to do that, and then we just started selling other stuff. We sold tamales in that area. We used to sell there's so much stuff that we did because all my friends, my grandma owned businesses in Mexico, so my grandma was very successful at a young age when she was younger back then. So my grandma came from a business person. She had her store in Mexico. That I remember she told me the story many years ago. So I was like, okay, I think that's where the Mexican culture comes from. The hustle, the drive, because it's the work ethic that just happens. Because my parents, my dad got his first shoes when he was 18, 21. He didn't know about having shoes back then. So, because in most parts of Mexico, there's people that are wealthy, but there's people that grew up in the it's called the pueblo. It's a small little town where there's no money, there's nothing. Sometimes they live in places that are very, very poorly. So there's different types of people that grow up. Some people grow up in the city. Yeah. The Mexico City part is very wealthy part, but there's other people that they don't see the other side of Mexico or different countries. Like there's different countries like Chile, South America, or different parts of Mexico that people don't see the other parts where people that don't even can buy their first shoes. I remember my dad said when we were growing up, he's like, I didn't buy my first shoes when I was like older, like the older I got. I didn't get them when I was like 5 or 6. Like I bought you guys your first shoes when you guys were kids. So even to hear that from my dad, I was like, okay, I'm like, maybe I didn't grow up as my dad, but my dad tried to always, when we came here to the United States, give us the best life. So, that's the reason, you see that Mexican culture drives so hard and works so hard because they do the hardest jobs,
Yes, of course.
like mowing the lawn, cutting the grass, housekeeping. I have so much, even the restaurants too.
Yeah.
Most of the restaurants are like Mexican chefs or chefs that I see, and I respect the people that do that behind the restaurant because I got to film for a restaurant, being a videographer.
Yeah.
And I see like the heat outside is like very hot cooking, but like the way they work, these guys are very like amazing because I was like, I got into do for some restaurants, filming some restaurants as a videographer. I got to see that too, like doing that for restaurants owners here in Vegas too.
Yeah, I know Mexicans work hard, like probably the hardest workers here. I know like other cultures like immigrants, of course, work hard too, but Mexicans do like something unbelievable.
We say we move 95% of the economy. I think that's they say the statistics. I think so. I've done my research on that part. That they say that 100% of like all Latinos like move the entire country. Because it's the way we are as a culture. But I think it's not just Latinos. I feel like it's all in general. Different cultures. True.
I agree. And sometimes when you speak with Americans who was born here, who had parents, grandparents here, it's so different. They don't even know all the struggles like what we have to go through. And it's not like I blame them. They just don't know. And this is kind of the reason why I started this podcast because I want them to know as well that we're not coming here to get benefits. We work hard for everything that we have. And we try our best, and we're not criminals. I don't know. I feel like every single country, every single immigrant brings something to this country in a good way. I hope so. Of course, there's some people who will take advantage of it and will do something bad, but I believe like majority of immigrants are working hard. They don't have time to do bad stuff. And can you share with me your thoughts about like cultural shock?
At the beginning, I feel like I didn't fit in. Like I was like at the beginning because I was like I didn't know English, I didn't know nothing. And then growing up here, when nobody knows you, like it's kind of like okay. I gotta adapt to myself, and it's part of adapting. I think most people, when you come here to America, not being born here, we adapt to the culture, we adapt to the like everything. I remember growing up as a kid, like I was trying to fit in, but then I had to speak English, and it was super hard. And I was like, okay, I don't know how I'm gonna learn English, and I just throughout the time I just figured it out. I don't even know how it happened, to be honest. And then back then it was like, okay, if you spoke Spanish, it was kind of like, okay, like what's going on? But now everybody wants to learn Spanish, So Spanish is the second language more popular now.
And I feel like everywhere you go, they have Spanish speakers, so they can help you.
So maybe many years ago it wasn't as popular, but just by growing up here, I mean, I've been meeting people from different countries that have been here either 2 years, 3 years, and I just spoke to someone who's been here like 2 years. He came from Venezuela, and I told him like, okay, I'm like, oh, that's great. You came from Venezuela. He's like, I lived in Europe, and then he's like, I lived in Mexico, and then I came to America. And I was talking to him. I was like, wow, that's great. I was like, I told him I've been here my entire life, so it's very different stories. So there's different cultures from different people that either some of us grew up here since we were kids, as babies, pretty much 3, because I came here when I was 3. So I had no idea. I went to high school, middle school, all the time here. I graduated into high school, but most people, yeah, either some people went to college and stuff like that. But I grew up here, like just adapting to the American culture because I'm so used to it. I don't know, but I don't lose the Spanish. I don't lose the culture from Mexico because it's very something that like I want my kids to also in the future when I have kids one day. I just want them to be like able to like speak both languages like I do, English and Spanish, because I think English and Spanish you're able to dominate both markets.
Yes.
In any industry that you get to work with, as a business person or whatever you decide to do as your profession, and having those as a culture, like I seen like how like many successful speakers that I got to film with or shoot with, like this person that I got to shoot with recently, his name's Carlos Reyes. He's a Mexican person. He owns like 8 companies. He's a multimillionaire. But just seeing him, how he came from nowhere to where he's at right now, owning like multiple parts of real estate and also multiple businesses, able to see that, like him be on stage, me going to shoot people like that behind the camera on big events as the conventions, is able to see like, wow, like the Mexican people, like our culture, like we work so hard to get to different levels to get where they're at, and because most of the Hispanic people or Mexican people, we grew up as very humble places, very poor places. Now it's like nobody grows up wealthy over there.
Yeah.
Unless you come from a wealthy family, it's different. But in Mexico, nobody like grows up with like just like having a gold spoon in your hand. But what I seen in our culture, like they can start any business out of nowhere. If they're gonna start a business, they start any business, they'll make it happen. And then like they work so hard for like 24/7 that they never stop.
Right.
That's the thing I seen.
Yeah, that's true. And it helps. I'm glad to see a lot of Mexican people doing good.
Yeah.
And be successful.
Yeah.
Talking about traditions and do you guys have something that you still don't understand why Americans do that or don't do that?
I think I really don't. Because I think I'm so adjusted to this
half
culture.
American.
Yeah, half American, half American, half Mexican. Because it's like growing up here, you're like, okay, it's like it's so normal.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. I grew up my entire life. If I would have been raised in Mexico, it would have been different. But I grew up,
what would be different?
I feel like I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't know. Because like, if things would have been different, like if I would have was born in Mexico, raised there, and then maybe got here when I was older. But I feel like it would have been different because I wouldn't like. Maybe I would understand the way things are over there. Because to be honest, I really don't know how things are there. I just look through social media.
Yeah.
But I don't try to consume as much what's going on over there. But yeah, even though there's so much stuff that's going on, but yeah, if I feel like if I would have been raised over there, it would have been kind of different. I've been here through the stories, through my family. I talked to my uncles in Mexico, tell them how's the culture. I talk to like people that that have investment properties in Cancun or the part of tourists, because everybody's investing in Mexico. Like everybody's investing in Mexico. That's what I'm starting to notice. Like the people like, and their Spanish is very different compared to my Spanish.
Yes.
Because they told me I have like an English Spanish version. It's and then they told me you have a English Spanish version type of way. You don't sound like a Mexican. I was like, okay, because one of my friends, she told me like, yeah, you're from Mexico City, but you don't sound like from Mexico City. You sound like so American. So I was like, okay, I think my English is not my Spanish is not I'm like Mexican. Like as it's just here.
I see.
Because I grew up here my entire life, so
that makes sense.
What
maybe your dad or your mom does? Do they say something like, "Oh, we would never do this in Mexico," or
they're like, yeah, it would have been more easier in Mexico, because my parents own a house in Mexico too, so and then we get to, I get to talk to one of my uncles, tell me, hey, how's the house, how's the things are going, like because the way we grew up over there, like I told him when I go over there, I was like, I'll go see what's up. But like maybe my parents see stuff like, oh yeah, in Mexico we used to do this, but here it's different. And so, but even though they've been here their entire life too,
Yeah.
we've been here our entire lives pretty much. You know, I seem like my daddy used to do other stuff. He used to be a waiter back then in Mexico. You know, back he was like a waiter for high class people back then, and he used to tell me, he's like, oh, he has to be working doing waitering. And so I built my first house in Mexico, used with his own money.
Yeah.
When he was like 18.
Oh, wow.
So he built his own house using his own money, doing waitering and doing other stuff back then. And then my mom back then, she wanted to be like a dentist doctor in Mexico. So that was like her thing. She always liked to be like manage many companies too, and she always liked doing numbers, because that's what my mom, like my parents, used to do back then. But when he came here to the United States, my dad started doing other stuff, but now he owns his own company. You know, but I seen throughout when we came here to America, my parents did different stuff, but now my parents has his own company. He's very successful, and his company that he gets to travel to different cities and go work at different places. It's like he went to go work for San Diego Padres Stadium, so like able to see that from my parents, like started from the bottom, like in different areas now. Sometimes my dad gets to travel to different cities, and just like I'm traveling to different cities too, able to go to different places and like go work at different places. So it's cool to see. I get to see the work ethic from my parents, and then you gotta be willing to fail, because you're gonna fail, but it's part of life. Even like if I feel like if I didn't learn English at the beginning and I failed multiple times, you know, just like when I failed back in first grade and I repeated first grade. A lot of people are like, oh yeah, they see Suriel on social media, like, oh yeah, Suriel, like you look like you're perfect. Yeah, but most people didn't know that I grew up in like not first grade. I had to repeat first grade twice, and there's a time I kind of doubted myself. Then throughout the time, I just started improving myself and just getting better at skill sets. You know, because the more skill sets that you learn, you know, you get you to 100,000, and your bank account to 1 million to 10 million, even to 1 billion.
Right.
They're just having the right skill sets. Even those skill sets that I learned at a young age, you know, like learning different languages, learning different stuff, you know, taught me to get to different places and be in different rooms too.
Of course.
You know?
Yeah, and the thing is, when you try different stuff, when you work hard, even if you doubt yourself, and you just continue and you keep going, one day you will see the results. And unfortunately, people don't see that stage before. They see when you already succeed, and they don't know, like, oh wow, he got lucky. Or
and it's the bulletproof of content that you're doing. You know, and what do I mean by bulletproof content? When they see the best videos, when they see the best photos, people are like, oh my god, that's like how did this guy get from here? You know, even people that saw me grow up since I was a kid. Yeah, even my own family that see me like on social media, they're like, "Oh, dang, Suriel, like I remember you were the shyest person, you know, and now you're speaking. Now they call me a yapper, right? Now they see me speak so much on the cameras, or you know, getting better speaking different stuff. But you know, most people don't know like the behind the scenes, like guys, I didn't grow up learning English. I didn't grow up learning all of this. You know, when they see like the content, like the bulletproof content, they're like, oh, dang, like oh wow, like. This was the best video posted on social media. So every single time I post videos, I try to make them the best content ever, because the best content people are like, wow, that's so amazing. Like you know, throughout video, like the impact you could have through a video, you know, or a photo, because the way you're telling a story, because you're storytelling like from everything, and most people get to see that online from where you're coming from, and then where you're at right now. Able to tell the story like that, people see like the transformation from many years ago to right now, and I think so amazing people get to see that part.
Yeah, that's true. But even for myself, like I used to have Instagram with a lot of followers, but it was for Russian speaking followers, and one day I just decided to stop it. But now when I post something, people will say, oh, your Instagram looks so professional. Like because so I have only like 100 followers on this new page. And I'm like, it's not because it happens right now, because I have a background, you know, I have experience. And that what usually people don't know and they don't see. They see like what they see right now. So
Yeah.
wow, that's a picture. It looks like this. But
Yeah.
I know from my experience, and I know how many years it took me to get there.
Yeah.
Before that, I was posting ugly pictures.
Yeah, yeah.
Not structured.
Yeah.
No, nothing. Like no plan, just random.
Yeah.
And it didn't work. But I
Yeah.
had to change it and implement different techniques.
Yeah.
So I don't say that now I'm professional. I'm still learning, and Instagram or social media, it grows so fast and it changes every single month. I would
Yeah,
say
the algorithm changes
Yeah.
every day.
Right, and
Yeah.
I'm still
Yeah.
learning. But it's just an example how people not knowing your background can judge you by what they see now.
Yeah, yeah.
That's interesting. The topic that you brought up, it's really interesting. But do you still have friends or someone in Mexico, not your family, like people who you know, who you don't go there, right?
No, I don't go there, but I mean, I do have connections there now.
have?
Now I do have connections.
Okay.
Then you know, they see me from Mexico actually too. Yeah, actually, besides my family, but I do have relationships in Mexico. You know, even I was just talking to a friend. He knew me 5 years ago. Well, he saw me grow up in business, and I just talked to him recently, and he's like, yeah, I just moved back to Mexico. He's like, okay. I was like, okay. And first it surprised me because, you know, he saw me grow up in business, and he seen me from growing and everything. So he's like, oh yeah, I'm in Mexico. So I do have relationships in Mexico. I met so many people that you know, I ask them all the time, like, how's the investing in Mexico part? You know, because I'm always curious, like, just to see like how things are rolling in the other side.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what's like, because I know that the rules are different from compared to over here. So the investing part, and investing in properties, investing in real estate, even a lot of investors are investing in Mexico a lot, and like all the tourism part, like Cancun and there's other parts in like in Mexico. A lot of investors are starting to become investing more in Mexico because the way it's growing, everybody's getting Airbnbs.
Yeah.
Like just everything's starting to become more on that side of town, on that side of the country. And I've been starting to hear that more and more from more people that they're starting to get more properties, more land in Mexico, because the way Mexico is growing rapidly. It's starting to become the second powerful country now. Many years ago, I think it wasn't like that, but now Mexico is starting to become very strong. Even like you know, to think I mean, I don't know how things are going over there. I don't know how things roll over there because I have no idea. But I only hear throughout the people that I know that I got to work that I work with them, or I got to meet them in person. I just tell them how things are going over there. That's the only way I know information. So I don't know all the information, but I know like surf-based information.
I see.
Because I can't say nothing that I don't even know. So yeah.
But I asked about your friends because I wanted to see if there's a difference between people who live there and people who moved.
Yeah.
Do you see the difference in relationships or something, or they're still the same?
They're still the same. You know, even the person I was talking to earlier, you know, he used to live here in the United States many years, because I met him many years ago when I was 14. And he moved to Mexico 5 years ago. And I was like, we haven't talked in 5 years, so it was bad. Right? So it's like, but yeah, we haven't, he says, he's like, oh yeah, whenever you need something, let me know. So I was like, okay. So, you know, he's seen me, because he saw me grow up in business. So pretty much he saw me when I was a kid. So he met me when I was a kid. Throughout the time he met me, and then we talked recently just to say how things are going. And he's like, yeah, things are going on good over here. I was like, okay, I was like, I didn't know you moved to Mexico. But it's great. I still have the relationship with them because I, you know, even though I have relationships when I was 14 to like the age I am right now. Because I learned to maintain long relationships in business. So even in business, I maintain relationships when I was 14, 15. It's like even 7 years, 8 years, 10 years, even 10 years, 14 years that I know people from many years ago. And I still like call them and they answer my phone. And it's great to maintain those relationships.
Yes, of course.
Because, you know,
Yeah, it's important to
Yeah,
have good relationships.
because you can't burn those bridges.
Of course.
You know?
Yeah, you gotta build more.
You gotta build more bridges anywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
To not offend anyone.
Yeah.
Do you try to make more Mexican friends, or it doesn't matter to you?
No, it doesn't matter to me.
Like whatever culture.
Yeah, I hang out with every culture,
Okay.
and I like to work with both cultures because I think it's important to meet that, any connection that you meet, like it's a one shake that could change your business in your
Yeah,
life.
that's true.
One handshake, any person that you meet anywhere, like they could change your business. One handshake, one relationship, one connection could exchange your business. So I always like to meet different cultures. Even people are like, how do you know my culture? I'm like, because I got to hang out with people. So they're like, how do you know my food? Because I got into work with people like that.
Yeah.
And people always are surprised. They're like, how do you know my culture? How do you know this? I'm like, how do you know this? I'm like, how do you know that? I'm like, because I'm always like working with other people, and sometimes they invite me to their stuff, and their friends giving other
Yeah.
anything that's going on. So I always like go there, get to meet them, know the culture, I haven't tried Russian food yet, so I need to try Russian food. But I tried in every different type of culture.
Next time.
So I've gotten to try every culture, but I'm a person that I'm always very like Mr. Worldwide. Like I tried everything because I like to, like, when I meet people, like, dang, how do you know my culture?
Yeah.
And so people are surprised that they're like, Suriel, how do you know this? How do you know that? Because I'm a person that just doesn't. Yes, I'm around Hispanics, but I'm around everybody because I like to work with everybody.
For sure.
In my opinion, just like if I didn't work with both the English market and the Spanish market, I wouldn't be as I wouldn't be able to get multiple clients in different areas.
Yeah, that's definitely that we all need to do.
Yeah.
To be open to every culture.
Yeah.
And is it the same for your relationship? Like, let's say when you think about your future and you said when you will have kids, like, do you think you will get married with a Mexican girl, or it doesn't matter?
I don't know. It would be something.
Doesn't matter, or still?
I don't think so. I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know.
So it's not like, so let's say I know in my culture, it's not like you're not allowed, but preferably the parents want you to be with your culture. But is it the same in Mexico or no?
I think it's just an option.
Oh, really?
It's an option, like.
So they don't care like who's gonna be your wife.
No. They're like, you could get like, they're like, you want to change the culture, change the culture,
Okay,
like it's like that, It depends, some people like it, because the Latino spicy, they like to handle spicy relationships. Very spicy food too.
Yeah, true.
But I think it's just it varies. Some people like it to stay with the Mexican culture. I'm more like, okay, like it doesn't have to be Mexican culture. Like it be any,
And your parents will be okay with it.
Yeah, of course. They're like,
okay, good.
They're like, even though like, I stay with the Latino. I'm like, I mean, what if it's someone from different country? Like, like,
okay.
change it up,
Yeah, because I know for sure in America, like some white Americans, they would be like, why you with this person, or this person is an immigrant, like they just need documents. Like, be careful. I know some parents or family, they don't want people to change the culture, and just wanted to know how is it in Mexico.
No, that's more like, okay, you decide who you want to go with, or even stick it in the same culture, but it just varies.
As long as you're happy.
Yeah, as long as you're happy, right? Unless I don't say happy life, happy wife, because it's not true.
Not true.
I don't think so. I mean,
what do you think though?
I don't know. I think you say just take care of the wife. Just take care of her. I mean, that's what I think. I haven't got married, but I have no idea. But that's what I've been hearing. But I don't know if it's happy life, happy wife. But I don't know. I think happy life.
Happy wife.
Yeah,
happy life.
Yeah.
So if you take care of your wife,
if
she's happy, you will be happy too.
Yeah. Take her out to different traveling. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so.
I think it's true.
Yeah.
But it also depends on the wife.
Yeah, it depends too. It depends. Yeah, it depends.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
Do you have any other traditions that you would like to share? So let's say like person is me, like, or any other person who doesn't know Mexico much, what we should know about Mexican people or Mexican culture?
I think the Mexico. So every single time you get to go to a Mexican household, be ready to serve some food because they're gonna serve you food all the time, as much as you don't want to eat. You're like, I just ate. Like, no, you gotta eat. It's part of like a culture thing.
Okay.
It's like so.
Don't say no.
No, don't say no. Just
Just a little bit.
Yeah, just eat because they're like, oh, they're gonna make you try it. They're gonna say you can't leave until you get some food. That's something that you're always gonna run into all the time. Any household you go to, they're like, oh yeah, like, oh here, try this, and you're like, no, I'm full. I just came from eating. Like, no, you gotta eat this, and then they make you sit down and eat it. Really? But in a good way. It's just the hospitality. It's very, very, the hospitality is very important. Like, when you go to someone's house, like, they serve you this and like, oh yeah, they try to make you the most traditional plate ever. There's so many tradition plates, like, mole verde.
What is it?
It's a green sauce. It's like what's called mole verde. But it's like and there's a red one and there's a green one. So it's like chicken with some beans and rice. It's very good. It's very like some of them is spicy, some could be not spicy. So it's like that's one of the plates, and there's some different plates like that are very popular. Of course tacos, everybody knows tacos. Tacos, and also like there's different types of foods. Like eating like types of foods, like there's big tortas that the Mexican versions tortas you could go eat, and there's some of them here in Vegas and different restaurants here that are very huge, like La Vecindad. I haven't heard of La Vecindad, so she's a good friend of mine, Vanessa. They right there at La Vecindad, they have big tortas, like they're huge, like from this TV show called Chavo del Ocho. So everybody knows the Chavo del Ocho show. Everybody grew up hearing, in that show. It's a very like a funny show. Like that show, it's very funny. So there used to be one of the guys. He died many years ago, so he still always eat tortas. So it's very popular food. But also there's so many like soups. There's so many food. Like I could talk a lot about food. Well, I'm talking like the most popular food. But yeah, like every single time you go to their like a Mexican culture, they try to serve you the same food, like that what they eat, and that way you get to know what do you try it out, and then they always gotta have coffee, so with some bread. So it's something that after you get done eating, you get to have some coffee, and then you leave some coffee with some bread. Amazing. So it's just like it's always something that's always gonna be combined with the food and the coffee at the end. So you're always gonna have food and the coffee, because that's how it is. Even when you come to the Mexican culture, family house, they're always gonna invite you a coffee. They're like, oh, do you want a coffee? But also after you get done eating, it's just a very got it. And then sometimes they're like, oh, you want for round 2? And they're like, round 3. More food. Yeah, there's still more food. And sometimes they're like, oh, we have leftovers, or like give it to you. So it's something that people always do. And the Mexican culture, it's part of the culture, part of the hospitality, because the Mexican culture is very caring, very hospitality. Even though you got food and they say, do you like the food, and they'll give you more food to take home. And
okay, we just now know number one rule: if you go to a Mexican household, you have to eat it. Don't say no, even if you're full. You need to try it.
Even though you're food, even though you're like, oh, I came from eating. They're like, oh, sit down and eat.
Okay, let's ask actually. All the Mexicans, I'll wait for your comments.
Yes, leave in the comments on YouTube.
Let me know if Suriel is saying the truth. Do I really have to eat it or no?
No, but that's what I think. Just you guys should leave it in the comments. What if you guys think of, like if you guys like I do. I mean, I've seen that with a lot of people. But you guys leave it in the comments. Leave the word Mexican plate or something.
Right?
Yeah, leave the word Mexican plate on the video.
Yeah, in the video, we'll see all the comments and we'll double check. Okay, rule number 2. What else should we do or not do?
Like in what way?
With Mexicans, or even if we go to Mexico, or if we talk to Mexican person, like is there?
Oh, if you go to Mexico.
whatever.
I say if you go to Mexico, don't take your nice watches, your nice stuff,
Necklaces and
necklaces,
jewelries.
jewelry, because you might get jumped over there in Mexico.
Got
So
it.
every single time you go to like Mexico or even Tijuana or TJ, just try to dress very basic. Don't wear your
Simple.
best shoes. Wear broken shoes. Wear very like clothes that's kind of old, because in Mexico, if you dress very nice, you might get jumped. in Mexico.
I see.
So it's part of like in some parts of Mexico, but in some parts of Mexico they're safe. But in some parts like Mexico, yeah, like even one of my friends who came from Chile, like a while back, he said he went to Chile, he went to go visit. He said they took his chain off, and he was walking around in daylight. So even in different countries, so I think it happens in different countries, or where it depends where you're at. You should like always like be aware, because if you go to Mexico one day, it depends where you're going. Like always like try dress the most basic, because even people that go from here, that go from there to go visit, like it's important just to not take the most expensive stuff. So you want to look expensive, just go dress very basic, because in some part of Mexico it's very dangerous. It's not safe sometimes, but some parts they are, but some parts it's not. Even when you go to TJ, I heard like if the cop stops you, they're like they see if you're from America, they're like, okay, this guy got money.
Yeah.
So they're always gonna say, oh yeah, we want the ticket, pay us like $1,000 in pesos, and we'll take you off. So it's it's something that to be aware of. Like when you go to Mexico one day, I hear those stories all the time.
Just be simple.
Just be simple.
No fancy stuff.
No fancy stuff. No fancy watches or Gucci's or whatever.
Yeah.
Don't take your best wallet. Don't take okay. Like always be, because they get they get you out of nowhere. It's so important when you go to Mexico one day. Like it's some parts are safe, but some parts it varies where you're going.
But I know some people, Americans or other people, go to Mexico to do medical stuff.
Yeah, the dentist.
The dentist, yeah.
Because it's more cheaper over there and it's more better. They say we have better doctors over there.
But is it safe
Where?
to go there?
Well, I think there's people that done their teeth there, and then they do better work compared to here, and it's more cheaper over there.
Cheaper.
But I really that's because I heard the stories.
But it's not like you go there to do your stuff, but you got robbed or something.
Yeah, no, but of course if you're walking around, it's like,
so still be careful.
Yeah, because it's even my dad, I remember, he used to say like every single time you go to Mexico, like dress so basic, like that way you don't have your watches, don't even show your watch, don't show your jewelry. Because they could take it away from you.
Yeah, so you don't want to be the target.
Yeah, you don't want to be the target. Even though it could happen out of nowhere, but it's just like that's what I've been hearing from most people that go visit, or people that have been there. Like even like family that I know, that sometimes they go, they try to like go as basic as possible, like with some old clothes that they have in there, just so they won't take the nice clothes. And then of course, it's just the way things are over there, because some parts of Mexico is poor. Yeah. And I don't know how things are really going over there, but
I see.
It's not anything that's bad. I mean, shit, it's not anything dangerous. I mean, it could be dangerous anywhere, but but it's just like the way you're going over there. Yeah. Especially when you haven't been to a country, you've never been there. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. And it's not just in Mexico. It's like so many countries are like that. Even like in Europe, you go to Spain, the main city, main street, and you can lose your phone, your passport, everything.
Yeah, the scammers are called. I don't know, not scammers. I know what I don't know what to call it, but I know what it's called.
Yeah. So it's not just Mexico.
Not just Mexico, it's everywhere.
Everywhere. Just be careful. Yeah.
Even in Las Vegas too.
Right. Sometimes you need to be careful where you're going and watch out, especially on the strip.
Especially on the strip, right?
Right. That's why I don't go there.
I know, right. Yeah.
Any other rules or something traditions that we need to know?
I mean, I feel like just more like be like as the traditions, like always be part of like once you're in the like family. They're gonna call you all the time for all the stuff. So they're 15. This is the wedding, like the holidays, parties that are coming up like all the time. They're always gonna invite you for that. So every single time you become friends with the Mexican person.
It means you're like
It means you're part of the family, and they invite you to all the stuff, to their daughters, their like birthdays, like anything. Like once you're already like make them friends, they invite you, and every single time you need help and everything, like moving, they'll always be willing to help you. They'll always be willing to help you no matter what, and do as much as for to do whatever they can. Like if you're moving houses, they'll be willing to help you with the truck, or do whatever they can, and it's a very like culture thing that they like to help people. They be willing to put their truck on use, or some of them have trucks. Like in Texas, it's called malonas, like the big trucks. So most of them have big trucks, and they're like, oh yeah, I want to go to this star, and then they're gonna take you to Mexican concerts, other concerts too. The Hispanic cultures. There's big like singers concerts that they always like to go to. So every single time you're with the Mexican, you guys gonna be listening to Mexican music. That's very like awesome, and then then suddenly you're like, oh, I don't feel part of it, and then they start getting used to the style of music, and stuff like that.
That's great. So from what I hear, Mexican people are very kind.
Yeah.
Open and welcoming, and will try their best to help you out.
Yeah.
But what we can do for Mexicans to make them happy or to feel appreciated or something.
I don't really just like when they feel like they're the way they're the way they done their stuff, it's like they're appreciative of the work, It's just the work ethic, the things that could get done in like the things that could get done in a week or 2 weeks. Like I seen that in people, like most of the people that I've seen or people that I know, either they take them out to eat in nice places or stuff like that, or in a way like being like grateful, or it depends like how or are. But in the Mexican culture, they always find a way to like pay back forward. It's just the way the culture is, just the way growing up. Even in a culture like that, like for me, like my parents don't live here no more. They live in Texas, but we still talk on the phone 24/7 sometimes, because we're so used to growing up together.
Yeah, of course.
But even though I grew up together, we used to sit in the same table together. It's part of like the culture, like growing up as a kid, but also like most people that come from a Mexican households, they'll tell you the same thing too. Our parents, our moms are very like always calling, hey, how's everything, checking if you're okay. It's part of like it's of course it's a parent part too, but also it's a very culture thing that most people grew up with, or maybe some people don't grow up with that, but some people do. But it's some part of the culture that I seen. Stay in touch like 24/7. It's just part of a thing.
That's cute.
Yeah, it's really important. It's like like it's just that we are the way we are. My parents are, even a lot of Mexican households and stuff like that too. Yeah. And
nowadays it's a little bit complicated.
Yeah.
Like politically.
Yeah.
And I just wanted maybe to say the message to your Mexican people. It doesn't matter if they're here or they're over there, like to the whole nation.
Yeah.
If you would have one advice or something to say, what would you tell them?
I say like that we got to keep on going and keep on showing up no matter what, and don't let the fear hit you, because I think we're if we don't stop doing what we're doing, we came here for a reason, and feel like we're the hardest workers, and we shouldn't quit, and don't let fear get to you, and don't let social media like hit you like, oh, this is going on. Like I said, don't stop doing what you're doing. Just keep chasing your dreams, because everybody comes here for the American dream, and I think everybody wants to achieve the American dream, be rich and wealthy, because I'm famous, right? Everybody wants that. I think it's possible, just having the right relationships and not quitting, because you're always one relationship away. You're always one video away that you keep on posting on social media. You're always one connection in your business to change your entire life. If you have a business, even if you have a 9 to 5, yeah, keep on should not being the best person you are, because once you become the best at everything, you might explode one day and become a multi-billionaire. Because most people come here to live the American dream, have the house. Everybody grew up watching the movies, seeing I could just pick up money like on the street. You know what I say?
Mm-hmm.
But I say just don't give up and just keep showing up, because sometimes like life could be hard, but those challenges that get hard are the process of becoming who you are as a person.
True. Don't give up.
Yeah.
You're strong. You're amazing people. Don't forget your culture.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And I really admire Mexican people, honestly.
Yeah.
All the struggles, all the racism sometimes.
Yeah.
Everything. You keep smiling, keep having fun, keep making friends, and do your hard work. And I appreciate it. And I love Mexican people. And I hope everything will be fine as soon as possible for you guys and for all of us. And you said we all have a reason. We have American dream. And what is your American dream?
Oh, my American dream?
Yeah.
I mean, of course, I have my own company of like a production team.
Mm-hmm.
But my American dream is to become like an investor. Like that's like my ultimate goal by before 40 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Like become an investor in all multiple units.
Mm-hmm.
Not just like in here, but also own different lands, because I do have a bit of land in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
All different types of stuff here, and able to, just like I've been changing my team's life, because I have a team that I take care of editors that work with me. Because I said earlier, I do videography, photography. I'm a creative director, so able to help people build their brands online. And talking about branding, why is it important to have a personal brand and a brand in this era that we're living? Able to able to just keep building more brands, and also keep on helping more people get to the biggest level. I mean, that's what I said earlier when I was working. I work with Ryan Pineda and other people, we're able to be part of the team, and so grateful that I got to work with them, because I got to learn so much about business systems in place and having a brand. Like doing this for so many years, mentor businesses, people on building that brand presence and being that top 1% online, and being that building that bulletproof of content in your social media. And each video, you never know, could get you a $1,000 client, a $20,000 client, even $100,000 client.
Right.
Because one video could change your entire business.
Yeah, that's true.
And so I always believe in building up your brand online, and your business brand and your personal brand. Because more than ever, when you have a personal brand, people see the story about you. People get inspired by you through your content.
True.
So you never know, like someone that could see your video, they could watch the long form content or short form content. It could be the best long form content ever you've done. You're like, okay, this was the best long form content ever done, or even the short form content. Just always like have that bulletproof of content, because you never know that bulletproof of content just be the best content ever, and you be able to transform your business, but also in your personal life too.
True. I've heard one interesting quote that take every single piece of content as a lottery ticket.
Yeah.
It's free. Can you imagine you get a lottery ticket for free? When you post something, you never know if this video or post or something will blow, and will bring you 1,000 or 100,000 or 1,000,000 followers or money, whatever. So it's like free, right?
Yeah.
So you can post, and you never know when it just will bring you so many.
And also paid ads for it. Of course. Right, and then once the video does so great, you paid ads for it.
Yeah.
Once you do paid ads for it.
So yeah, if you guys thinking to start shooting content or be out there and talk to people, please ask Suriel. He will help you out. He will let you know what to do. And for now, I want to say thank you for coming. It was a pleasure to talk to you. It was so interesting. And I feel like 2 hours is not enough to talk about Mexico.
No, that was like 2 hours. No, it wasn't. Yeah. If you guys like and subscribe, right?
Yes, subscribe and comment and like and share. We need your support.